Imagine waking up to news so shocking that it completely flips the entire NBA world upside down. That's exactly what happened on July 1st, 2025, when the Milwaukee Bucks executed what might be the most controversial and risky move in NBA history. Milwaukee stunned fans and experts alike by waiving superstar Damian Lillard after a devastating Achilles injury and immediately signing Miles Turner to a 4-year, $17 million deal. But the wildest part? This decision wasn't exactly what franchise superstar Giannis Antetokounmpo had in mind. Let's rewind for a second to understand how we even got here. Flashback to April 27, 2025. Damian Lillard, battling through injuries all season, is desperately trying to keep Milwaukee alive in the playoffs against the Indiana Pacers. Just minutes into the crucial game, disaster strikes. Lillard tears his Achilles tendon. On the court, cameras catch a heartbreaking moment. Doc Rivers later reveals Lillard's painful words, "I can't believe I'm here, and I'm not going out this way." Everyone watching knew this injury could alter his career forever, but nobody predicted the chain reaction that would follow. While Milwaukee's season ended in despair, Miles Turner, playing for the Pacers, was having the run of his life. Turner was unstoppable, averaging nearly 16 points per game, blocking shots, hitting clutch threes, and carrying Indiana to their first NBA Finals appearance in over 2 decades. It was the pinnacle of his career, proving he belonged among the NBA's elite. Yet just as Turner tasted glory, tragedy struck Indiana as well. Game 7 of the NBA Finals saw Tyrese Halliburton, the Pacers' superstar, also tear his Achilles. Indiana's championship hopes collapsed instantly, and their long-term plans were thrown into chaos. Indiana's front office quickly realized that with Halliburton sidelined indefinitely, competing for championships would be impossible next season. Financially stretched thin, they chose to lowball Turner, offering him only 3 years at $60 million, far below his market value. Turner was stunned, admitting publicly, "You feel a little rejected. You feel your value doesn't hold the weight you thought it did." After a decade of loyalty and his best season yet, Indiana's decision left Turner devastated. Watching this unfold was Milwaukee's general manager, Horst. Facing his own crisis, losing veteran center Brook Lopez to the Clippers, coping with Lillard's severe injury, and desperate to keep Giannis happy, Horst decided it was time for a groundbreaking gamble. He executed the largest wave and stretch maneuver in NBA history, spreading Lillard's massive remaining $113 million contract over 5 years. This bold financial strategy created cap room, enabling Milwaukee to immediately secure Turner, filling their defensive gap and significantly reducing their tax burden. However, Milwaukee's risky play came with unintended consequences. Giannis Antetokounmpo, the man Milwaukee was desperate to please, was blindsided by the decision. Despite reports suggesting he actively recruited Turner, Giannis publicly expressed confusion and frustration, tweeting cryptically, "I have no idea what's going on right now, man." To Giannis, losing Lillard wasn't just losing a talented player. It was losing a teammate he had genuinely started connecting with on the court. Here's something many fans didn't realize. Before Lillard's injury, Giannis and Dame had begun developing an electrifying chemistry. With former Bucks star Chris Middleton, their trio posted an astonishing plus 18.4 net rating. It looked like Milwaukee had finally solved their offensive puzzle. But with Middleton traded earlier for Kyle Kuzma, and now Lillard suddenly gone, Giannis found himself facing uncertainty again. But from Milwaukee's perspective, this move wasn't just desperation, it was calculated genius. Despite Lillard's brilliance, averaging 25 points and setting franchise records, his age, 35, and severe injury posed massive risks for Milwaukee's future. In contrast, Turner, at just 29 years old, represented a youthful, defensive-minded anchor, perfectly addressing Milwaukee's biggest flaw, interior defense and rim protection. Financially, Milwaukee's decision might even be more impressive. The wave and stretch saves them around $200 million in combined salary and luxury taxes over the next 4 years, money they can now reinvest into bolstering the roster further. It's a risky but potentially franchise-changing. But let's talk Damian Lillard. Where does this leave him? At 35, recovering from a catastrophic injury, Dame's dream of capturing a championship has never looked bleaker. Due to NBA rules, he can't even rejoin Milwaukee until his original contract expires in 2027. A return to Portland on a sentimental veteran minimum is possible, or perhaps a move to Miami, where he originally hoped to land. But realistically, Dame's chances of adding a championship ring to his legacy might now be over. A cruel irony for a superstar who left Portland chasing exactly that dream. This blockbuster move has completely reshaped the Eastern Conference landscape. With Boston facing its own struggles and Indiana losing Halliburton, Milwaukee's bold move immediately pushes them back into championship contention. Adding Turner's defensive prowess and three-point shooting directly counters Eastern rivals like Cleveland, dramatically improving their title odds from 8th best to top 4 favorites. Still, the emotional fallout can't be ignored. Giannis's unhappiness is a major concern. Did Milwaukee just sabotage their relationship with their franchise superstar? Or did they cleverly build a future powerhouse that Giannis will eventually embrace? Beyond Giannis's feelings, the broader implications for other teams are intriguing. With Milwaukee shaking things up, rivals like Cleveland, Miami, and Philadelphia must rethink their strategies. Miles Turner's presence in the paint, alongside Giannis, creates one of the league's most intimidating defensive duos, challenging opponents to adjust or fall behind. Meanwhile, fans around the league are left wondering about Indiana's future. The Pacers, once positioned for sustained success, now face an uncertain path ahead. The decision to potentially bring in DeAndre Ayton, a player notorious for inconsistent effort, adds more uncertainty to their future. Can Indiana maintain competitiveness, or are they destined for another rebuild? The ripple effects of this historic move extend to the Western Conference as well. With Damian Lillard suddenly available and potentially affordable, teams like Portland, the Lakers, or even Dallas might consider bringing in a veteran presence, albeit one with a significant injury risk. Dame's future now hanging by a thread. This is one of those defining NBA moments that will be debated for years. This move that the Milwaukee Bucks have made is unprecedented. Even if they want to improve their roster to build a contender around Giannis, they would have to operate with $22 million in dead cap for the next 5 years. As for Lillard, only time will tell if he can achieve his dream of winning a title. Did Milwaukee make a historically brilliant move, or did they just trigger the beginning of the end for their superstar era? Did they make a mistake by trading away fan favorite Chris Middleton? Only time and Giannis's future decisions will tell. What's clear now, however, is the NBA world will never forget the summer of 2025, when Milwaukee made one of the boldest and most controversial moves ever witnessed in basketball history.